Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I haven't filmed a vlog in a little minute and I feel like I love filming educational videos and I always will, but I feel like vlogs just give you a deeper glimpse into somebody's life and who they are, and I just feel like they're so important, and I love following people for the vlogs and just seeing, you know, a look into their daily life. So that's what I wanted to show you guys, kind of a regular day in my life as a virtual esthetician working from home. In my opinion, the best job that could ever exist. And not to say there aren't stresses and normal responsibilities, and it's not a cakewalk by any means, but to me, I feel like at this point in my life, the most important thing is producing change in my client's skin, making them happy, while also having a happy, healthy work-life balance. And I think a lot of us who have worked from home through the pandemic have realized just what flexibility that gives us in our lives and how much more time it adds to our day when we take out the things like commuting to work, in-person meetings, all these things. So I love my time at home. I'm such a hermit. So for me, it works really, really well. So this morning I did have a client follow-up meeting, and I like to work in phases with my clients. So typically the first phase is a little bit of a rehab stage, and then managing and getting into more actively managing the skin condition they want to treat. I mostly specialize in corrective skincare, so I have acne clients, rosacea clients, melasma clients, people who want to address a specific concern, although I really work with everyone, even if, you know, you don't have any obvious red flags or problems. Had my client meeting this morning, which went great. I'm working with a new mom, and she has had such a journey with her hormonal acne, and it makes me so happy to see her in a good place and just enjoying her time at home with her baby. And it's really special to be let into people's homes and kind of see that side of them outside the treatment. So really, really cool. I also have a pot of my mom's chicken soup on the stove. So I'm gonna show you guys what I'm cooking up. This is my mom's chicken soup recipe, and she has been talking about it nonstop and how much she loves having it on hand, because then it just feeds her for, you know, honestly the rest of the week if you make a big batch, and you pack so many nutrients and vitamins into this soup. We're getting all of the minerals from the actual bone broth from this chicken. So I'm using a whole organic chicken, and then it's really cool because the soup just makes its own bone broth. So once the chicken is fully cooked, I'm going to take the chicken out so it doesn't get too overcooked, and I'll set that aside and remove the bones from the chicken and from the soup so our soup doesn't have a bunch of bones in it. And then what I also love is you can pack in all the veggies you can eat. I'm reading a book called The Walls Protocol, by the way, right now, which is a great book. Let me flip the camera back. I'm a little out of practice with these vlogs. I'm reading The Walls Protocol by Terry Walls, who is a doctor that struggled with MS and then came up with a diet and lifestyle. I don't even like the word diet, it's more nutrition and lifestyle protocol for those who are struggling with autoimmune conditions. And it's really helpful. I wouldn't say I follow the protocol to a T by any means, but I've just learned a lot of little tips from the book, such as the value of bone broth and eating more vegetables. The book recommends up to 9 servings of veggies a day, which seems like a lot. And even though that's not always something I attain, it just keeps me striving to eat more veggies and that kind of thing. So I've got my soup boiling. We've got zucchini, squash, celery, what else? Onions, shallot, all the good spices, and it just makes your house smell so good and cozy. And I'm really looking forward to just having a warm cup of soup for lunch. I'll probably have it for dinner too, and just store a little batch of it. You can freeze soup, which is great, or just save it in the pot to have on hand throughout the week. So I know sometimes you guys ask about meals and what I make on a busy day in my life. This took, I'd say, 15 minutes of prep. Not the fastest meal. I definitely have faster meals, but if you think about how many meals you get out of those 15 minutes, it's very worthwhile. So I just made it before my client, put it on. I'm gonna have the chicken cook for maybe 30 more minutes. And yeah, it's kind of one of those things that's just ready to go for you. You could also use an Instant Pot. I'm just using an old-fashioned pot. And yeah, that is kind of my afternoon situation right now.
I feel like without working in the service industry, I don't think I would be as good of a business owner as I am today without those experiences, without that customer service. And, you know, there's just those things, especially, you know, Hailey was a waitress, I was a waitress. Those I learned some of the best lessons just about people and how to handle them. So I just think if you can work in the service industry before even becoming an esthetician, or maybe while you're an esthetician, I think that's a great side job where you can just learn about people.
So I wanted to share a little snippet from an upcoming podcast episode I have coming out with Kasey and Hailey of Glow Skincare LA. You probably already follow them, but if not, I'll put them in the description box, and you definitely must follow them. They share so many good tips about the industry and customer service in this episode, so I'm really excited to release this one. I've done one episode on the Skin in the City podcast with Kasey and Hailey, and I've done an episode with just Kasey. So it was so fun to do another one. And if you don't know Kasey and Hailey, they really are the coolest, nicest, just most welcoming, fun people. And I love them because I love the sister dynamic. Like, I love them each individually. They're so cute. I actually just did a little consult with Hailey on her skin, but I love talking to them together because I feel like I'm in the sisterhood, and I've always wanted more sisters, or to just have sisters. So it's really fun chatting with them, and they're just so fun and easy to talk to, and I really admire that about both of them. They're just such natural people, and they're just a good time. So I love them. I am about to try my soup here, and I'm gonna edit this episode for 8 more minutes and eat my lunch, and then I actually have a meeting for my skincare line, which I feel like nobody has heard anything about for a long time, and that is because it's actually been in production, and it's been going through that production process, which one thing I've learned about skincare manufacturing is there's such different lead times based on who you work with, and I went with a lab that has a lot longer production timeline. I wouldn't change it. I'm still really happy with the company I chose, but it has just been a long, lengthy process. And basically how it works is once you submit your artwork for the label, you go in a queue and you have to wait behind other people, which again, not every lab has this system, but this is their system. And if you make any edits or tweaks once they say like, here is our draft, this is what the label looks like. If you have to make any changes, you go to the bottom of the queue and basically start over. So I'm not expecting my products to come out for, I'd say, even like 3 to 6 months. I've realized you can't have any expectation because it's just a recipe to feel anxious. And yeah, I'm kind of just letting it be, and when it happens, it happens. It's not going to make a big difference in the scheme of life. So I've done my best, and now it's kind of just a waiting game. But I am meeting with my creative director, Kaylee, who is a friend from my E-Days, actually. When I worked at E-News, she was actually the graphic design person, and now she has her own company, which is amazing, and she gets to choose the clients she works with. So it's really fun working with somebody I enjoy personally, but who also does a great job at her job and just has, I feel like her creative taste and vision and designs are very in line with me. So that's been important for me. I almost went with a different designer who, not to say it wouldn't have been a mistake, but we're just not similar. And I feel like Kaylee and I have the same personal tastes and similar personal style. So we just make sense together. And I feel like a lot of people might not know that's something to think about when working with a designer, because their tastes are going to reflect in their work. So you want to make sure you kind of jive, or they just have an understanding of how to work with different tastes, because if they have one style and it just doesn't resonate with you, you're probably not going to get the outcome you want. So I'm very excited to talk to Kaylee, and we're going to be talking about our next steps. We've taken a little hiatus from the skincare line project, but we're going to be talking about next steps, marketing, possible merchandise, and just creative direction of the packaging and whatnot. So I have 5 minutes to eat my soup and talk with Kaylee. So I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. Morning vlog. So it is the next day. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just so exhausted by the end of the workday. I didn't sign off last night, so I'm sorry, but we're back. It's a new day, and I actually have to head to an appointment in a little bit. I'm going for one of my favorite treatments, which is the lip flip. Sorry about that noise outside. I'm going to see my friend Taylor at San Francisco Plastic Surgery and Laser Center for the lip flip. So basically, I've been mulling over filler for probably 2 years now, and I haven't pulled the trigger yet. I've been just getting the Botox, which is the lip flip. It gives you a more short-term result, probably lasts 6 to 8 weeks, and what it does is just gives you about 1/8 of an inch more volume or more underlip, so it gives the illusion of a fuller lip. Just not going to last as long as filler, but since I'm not quite ready, it's kind of like a little temporary treatment I like to go get. So I've got to hop in the car in a few. Making a little morning smoothie here. We have strawberries, blueberries, banana, spinach, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, water, and frozen cauliflower. So I'm going to blend this up and hit the road. Arrived in San Francisco. Getting a parking spot is just always something we're praying for, but I am early, which is good. And I wanted to tell you guys about a couple little skincare tips I have for driving in the car. Rule number 1, I like to keep a hat in the car just because it's nice to throw on when you're driving and just get a little extra protection. I want to invest in a bigger brim. I always have a baseball cap in here, but the bigger the better, honestly. Also, if you can get a UPF jacket or clothing, this one is not, but it does provide some physical protection. That's really smart. Of course, I always keep a little sunscreen in my car. Thank you, Elta MD, for gifting me the sunscreen. I keep it in my center console, and if you think about it, when you go run an errand, even if you've put sunscreen on before you leave the house, by the time you're done with the errand, you probably need to reapply your sunscreen. So whenever I get back in the car, I reapply, and I also put it on my hands. So key. And I will say my skin, the skin on my face looks pretty youthful because I get so many treatments and I have great skincare and I'm good with my sunscreen, but never thought to protect the hands until my late 20s. So I would definitely recommend. I also keep a little sunbum stick. This is really nice to just throw on the tops of hands or to get your neck without needing to get your hands all greasy because you can actually leave marks on your car, which is not fun. And lastly, speaking of lips, when I was growing up, we didn't talk about wearing sunscreen every day on our face, let alone lip protection. That's something I've only started since probably turning 30. If you want to prolong getting Botox in your lips, start now. Start protecting your lips with SPF. This is Color Science Lip Shine in the shade Rose, which is beautiful, very universal color, just a bit darker than my natural lip. So I'm always throwing this on. And lastly, when you're drinking out of a straw, try to do it from the side as opposed to the middle if you want to avoid those smoker lines on your lips, which lines are part of life. Nothing against lines, but I think a lot of us are interested or not so interested in premature aging and looking older than we have to, sooner than we have to, and just it's about preserving the integrity of our skin structure, not even just aesthetic, just protecting what we have. So those are a few little hacks. I'm gonna go run into my appointment and I'll see you guys there.
Even I don't know the difference between like the different types of like neuromodulators. Yeah. So they basically just all like have different accessory proteins, or some of them don't even have any. Yeah. So they're like all derivatives of the same molecule. So basically your body just metabolizes them a little bit differently. Okay. So like if it keeps seeing the same one over and over and over again, it's not going to have the same like efficacy that it did in the first place. So nobody tells you that. Even that would be a good TikTok. Oh, that's pretty true, actually. Like, no, see, this is why I need you, though. Yeah, I mean, I'm here for you because I get the same type. Usually I get Xeomin because I guess they say it's better for autoimmune people. Mm-hmm. Is that true? I don't know. I think that's how they want to brand it because it's they're trying to brand it as like the more natural, but I mean, it's all very similar. Yeah. It's fine. Yeah. It's okay. Okay, cool. So let's do your marking. Okay. Yay. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to have you do big smile. Okay. So we're going to do 6 different injections today. How are you feeling about it? I feel good about it. What did we do last time? I think we did 4. But today, what I want to do is I want to try it if you do a big smile. Big smile. I want to try to evert this area here and a little bit here. So give you a little bit more show laterally. Amazing. Hello. I have an ice ball. Okay. So I'm just going to have you roll this around your lip. It just helps lift down your blood vessels so hopefully you won't bleed and bruise as much. Okay. Sounds good. Let's do it. Yay. I have a question. What do you think about jaw Botox? I like jaw Botox. Do you grind your teeth? No. No? But will it make me more snatched? Let me see. Let me take a look. You do not need it. I don't need it? No, you are perfectly snatched. Okay.
Where else can you get it?
Everywhere.
I know. Where do you get it?
I do my forehead, my lemons.
I've never seen a more perfect forehead.
Thank you.
It's so good.
I do forehead, 11s, eyes. I do lip flip, and then I do my jaw, but I only do 10 units because I grind my teeth.
Mm.
I was getting really bad pain like 3 months ago from it. It's rough.
How do you know if you grind your teeth? You would know.
It's like a lot of tension in your jaw. I think my dentist told me like a few years ago that I do it, and they were like, "Oh, do you ever have any symptoms?" And I was like, "No."
Yeah.
And then that was kind of it. And now, since I've gotten older, I think because of like stress and just life in general, I'm sure like I'm translating that into my sleep, and that's how it's manifesting. So I wake up and it was like this terrible jaw pain, and one day I came here and I could like hardly talk because it hurt so much. Yeah. So now I totally empathize with people that have that pain because it's not fun. Yeah.
Gosha helps.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, and that's how you pronounce it, Gosha.
I think the official way is Gwasa.
Okay. I was pronouncing it so wrong.
I know. Who knows? Who knows?
I'll have to try that too one day, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure you have. Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm gonna wake you up one more time.
Okay.
Never tried that actually.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like I don't know if I always see the difference, but
Yeah, and I think that helps with like lymphatic drainage. It's like
yeah, most people don't do it right, so they don't really see the difference they could. But
yeah, I believe that.
yeah, but if you do it right, it can be helpful.
I'll just try one day. Okay, I'm gonna bring it up to tighten it.
Okay.
This is perfect. This is
Is
comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this giving you right now?
Nope, you're good. Okay, so you're gonna get a couple little bumps. I'm sorry. And that's it. Oh. It doesn't look as pretty.
You are a champion.
I'm making people bleed.
No, just like, I don't know. I feel like that would be a lot of pressure. I don't know. You have to have a steady hand. No, I don't think I can do it.
Okay, I'm gonna let you stop bleeding for a few minutes. You perfect.
No, it's fine. Ooh, it looks. I see it already. Am I crazy?
Yes.
Literally not something.
Maybe it's swollen.
Come on, don't you see it?
Probably because it's swollen.
I'll take it.
I'll take the swollen.
You want to shout out your Instagram handle? Tell them what you do.
What do I say?
Tell them what's your job title and what do you do?
Okay, so I just say, hi, I'm Taylor, I'm a PA.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll bring you back up then. That way I'm not alone in the background.
You're perfect. Okay.
Are we running?
We're running.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
So guys, this is Taylor. And
yeah.
what's your job title and what do you do? Because I'm sure a lot of people would be interested to know.
Yeah. So my name is Taylor, I'm a PA, and I currently work in plastic surgery. So I do a little bit of clinic and OR time, and in my clinic time, I do a lot of injectables like Botox and filler and body contouring procedures. So come see my work. My handle is @TaylorS_PAC.
Beautiful. Love it. She's the best. If you live in San Francisco or the Bay Area, go see Taylor for your Botox. You do my microneedling, body contouring, like she said, and sculpt. All the things. Yay! Hello, we are back from the lip flip, it went well. Yes, it is painful. I definitely think it's worth it. It's only a couple seconds of pain, but wow, it's definitely a sensitive area, and I do get Botox normally, but I'd say the lip is more painful than the forehead or other areas, even more painful than the eye area, but it can be done. I have a client appointment in 30 minutes, so I am just making myself a very quick lunch, a bit of a random salad. I have some chopped salami, avocado, romaine, and cucumber in here, and just some olive oil and champagne vinegar and a bunch of little seeds and roasted nuts. So I'm gonna scarf this down, and I'll see you guys after my appointment. So I just got home from my evening walk that I do every evening, and I am cleansing with the Glymed Plus Mega Purifying Cleanser. Such a great, just gentle, but as the name says, very purifying cleanser. And a tip I have transitioning from summer to fall is to make sure you have a cream cleanser in your skincare arsenal. That way, when you feel like your skin is getting a little bit more dry or dehydrated, you have a more gentle option that's not going to be as deep cleansing as, say, a gel cleanser. With this cleanser, I start off dry and then I just add a little bit of water to it. And I am going to do a little mask tonight. I'm going to use the Glymed Plus CBD Microsilver Hydrotherapy Mask just for some deep hydration and calming. I like to do this mask probably 3 times a week. I reach for it all the time. And something funny, I don't know if other people do this, but sometimes I'll throw on a mask before dinner because you know the feeling after you've eaten a meal. Sometimes there's oil or things just get a little bit messy and you don't want to just, you know, ruin your whole skincare routine. So what I like to do is do a mask beforehand. That way, after dinner, I can just rinse off the mask and go straight into my skincare. I don't know if that's a hack or if that's like common knowledge, but that's what I do. This is such a great mask for plumping, hydration, if you've been in the sun, or just keeping your skin really nourished all through the seasonal change. I go through so much of this mask because I like to use it really often. I'll use it like 3 times a week, and it's just a great boost to really honestly any routine. So this way I can edit the rest of my vlog while the mask stays on. I don't have to worry about, you know, if it's been on for an exact amount of time. This mask is just very forgiving. So I can leave it on, edit my video, make dinner, eat dinner, and then rinse it off in my shower. Can't forget the neck here. And that's it. I think I'm going to wrap up the vlog here so I don't make it too long, but please let me know what other videos you guys would like to see next. I am really excited about YouTube right now, and I just want to have more ideas to go off of so I can film, which I know is my job, but I always appreciate your suggestions so I can make videos everybody wants to see. I'm thinking about filming my updated skincare routine for the morning and nighttime and somehow just compact it into one video. But if you guys like vlogs or there's a specific educational video or really any video you want to see, please let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. I hope you liked this video, and I will see you in the next one.